Hi there, this is Renee again with some more information on identity theft that hopefully you'll find useful. This last set of areas that I'm going to go ahead and talk about are so kind of intertwined that I'm just going to go ahead and talk about them together. They are criminal and driver's license theft. So obviously when you think of criminal identity theft, what you want to think about is somebody who gets your information, goes ahead and commits a crime, and then instead of giving their own valid identification, they wind up going ahead and using yours. And what happens then is that they don't have to take responsibility, they have no accountability in what happened. You're actually the one who is held accountable for their actions, whether it be bank fraud, theft, DUI, all that kind of thing. That can all fall back on you if they give out your information rather than their own. And what happens then is they'll miss court dates. They will have all sorts of charges held against them, bench warrants issued and such. And then the police are actually out there looking for you rather than the actual person who did the crimes. And additionally, it's awfully hard to prove when the police do go ahead and, let's say, pull you over randomly for speeding a couple miles above the speed limit, and then you wind up being arrested because you've got bench warrants out for your arrest due to criminal activity that you weren't even involved in. It's awfully hard to prove to the officer at that point in time that you aren't the person that they're supposed to be arresting. So this kind of situation is growing more and more. And people are losing their driving privileges due to DUI, and they're losing their driving privileges due to multiple speeding tickets and such, and they are using your information as well to get out of that kind of situation by creating a license with their picture and your identification information on it, so that they can go ahead and continue to abuse the privilege of driving. And remember, it is considered in the 50 states to be a privilege. It is not a right. So you want to make sure that your privileges aren't at all abridged because of somebody else's abuses of their own privilege. What you want to do is make sure that, again, all of your information is kept saved. You do not want to be giving out your driver's license to people who don't need it. Again, keep your private information as private as possible. If anybody's asking for a copy of your driver's license, if anybody's asking for a copy of your social security number, your social security card, whatever have you, any identifying information, if somebody's asking for it, you need to be proactive and ask them, what will this be used for? Why is it that you need this? What is the purpose of you having a copy of this? And just completely and utterly be suspicious of all that kind of collection. This is not to say that there aren't people in the world who will need that information. Obviously, if you're trying to be gainfully employed, you need to provide that information to your employer so that they can go ahead and do their tax preparation and submit your W-2 to you. So, you want to go ahead, but you want to make sure that the proper people are getting that information, and you're not just giving it out to every Tom, Dick, and Harry, obviously, which is just an obvious point to think about. So, be wary of such things, and put yourself in a situation where you're protected by going ahead and making sure that you have identity theft insurance and coverage. So, and I would encourage everybody, even if it's not through my own company, to go ahead and do that. You want to make sure that you are protected for your legal rights in your identity theft situations. That it has just become more and more not a case of if it happens. It's a case of when it happens. And you want to be particularly aware if you're in the states of Florida, Arizona, or California, because those are the three highest states in terms of identity theft prevalence. So keep that in mind. Keep yourself aware. Make sure you're not just blanketly giving out your information whenever asked for it, and keep yourself secure. Hope this helps out, and thank you for listening.